How do you make money on the side? I wrote a fantasy novel. It took 15 years. I missed a lot of television. I believe I have sold 11 copies. Shoveling snow. The amount of money some people will pay for you to shovel their sidewalk and driveway is incredible. I play piano for things like wedding ceremonies, corporate events, cocktail hours, Christmas parties, and receptions. And just recently, I got cast in a pilot for a TV show which I hope will get picked up. Smelly face. Cleaning evicted homes. I did it for my landlord during high school and college. $10 an hour under the table. I now have a strong stomach, carpentry, plumbing, and flooring skills. It sucks when you find used condoms or shoot on the walls, but hey, I score some neato stuff that people leave behind. I also did private housekeeping for some wealthy families in college as well. Same rate, plus they would give me small bonuses for holidays and such. I contract out to inspect welds on construction sites. Make about as much in 2 days on the weekend as I do during the week at my actual job. My dad and I deliver hot tubs for a small pool company. We have a special trailer that makes it super easy. People buy these $6,000 plus hot tubs that weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds. And then realize they can't deliver it themselves. That's when we come in and charge $200 for an easy one or $300 if it has to go on its side. We also remove people's old hot tubs. Oftentimes they think it's beyond repair, so they pay us to get rid of it. We then fix it and resell it. It's become quite the moneymaker. My wife is a soap maker. I was skeptical of homemade soap at first, but after trying it I couldn't go back. I didn't even know my skin was dry until it wasn't anymore. It also lasts forever and smells pretty nice. I buy old wine barrels and convert them into furniture and sell for cash. Doesn't make huge amounts, but every bit helps, and as my wife says, at least it is a self-funding hobby. I teach quinceanera waltz and surprise dance routines. Basically I teach 15-year-olds how to dance for their Mexican coming of age party. Get like $1K a month out of it. I own an online store. I am currently losing $30 per month. I buy cars that have repairable problems or at auction. Cars that are dirt cheap. Basically, I fix them up, clean them up and get them purring like they just drove off the lot. Then I sell them for much more than I paid and invested in parts. I flip like 2 or 3 a month sometimes. I've made over $1,000 on more than one occasion. One time I made like $3,000, but I got a ridiculous deal on the original purchase. When I was younger, I would rent an apartment or house that was bigger than I needed, typically a 3-4 bedroom place. I would use one of the smaller rooms and rent the rest out. I would get permission from the landlord to sublet the rooms and would have tenants sign a month-to-month lease. In almost all cases, the rent from the extra rooms covered the rent for the apartment or house, and sometimes put extra cash in my pocket. As I got older, I rented larger places until I bought my house. Real example. 5-bedroom house. 3 upstairs plus 2 baths. 2 downstairs plus 1 really big den playroom, and a large bathroom which tenants shared. We shared the kitchen, and had 2 fridges. I bought this house, and the mortgage was $1,650. I rented out the 3 downstairs rooms for $500, $500, and $900, for a total of $1,900 mo. That was a $250 mo profit, and we lived in the 3 upstairs bedrooms for free. I do a bit of tutoring, pays pretty well, £30 an hour sometimes. But you work more hours than you're paid for. Prep, travel, and mostly the kids are shoots, so it's pretty boring, disheartening. I also work a few hours a week at a food co-op. They pay terribly, but it's fun, and a good cause. Also do charity stuff, and pay gets topped up with funny looking or bruised veg. Get some stock and some beans. You've got the stew going. I work as an audio to text transcriber on the weekend. It's self-employed and I work from home. I don't earn huge amounts and it's pretty tedious not ever having a day off, but it can add up to £80 a week or so, which really helps. Kids, don't run up those student overdrafts. I had a friend who used to sell Alaskan land over the internet. $4.25 an acre. He made around $800, which is pretty impressive I think. People would tell him what kind of area they wanted. Then he would find a place and send them coordinates and a certificate of land. I'm also fairly positive this was a scam, because I don't know how it couldn't be. I'm a party princess. I dress up as Disney princesses, with minor alterations and such to avoid getting a cease and desist letter from Disney, and entertain kids at parties. You kind of have to be at least a little good with kids, and have activities planned, and know your character inside and out. But yeah, I'm basically a group of children's new god for an hour or two, and I make $50.70 an hour. It's pretty cool. I also go to yard sales, buy stuff that will sell, shoes, accessories, antiques, and sell it on eBay. That brings in anywhere from $100 to $600 a week. I buy rare books and sell them online. Sometimes I just buy them on eBay and immediately resell them on eBay for more money. This used to be my money on the side, but I quit my job 3 months ago, and it has paid enough to keep me not homeless. I do transcription from home, mostly reality TV interviews, but there's a lot of other random junk thrown in there. Pretty cool and laid back job for a college student. It comes out to $12.20 an hour. Do a Google search if interested. I make posters and album covers for local bands and small festivals. It doesn't pay much, in fact, almost nothing, but I love it. It's something I am good at and which I enjoy, and I work with awesome people from my local music scene. Plowing driveways. I live in a town half full of rich yuppies, the other half's country folk who wisely invested in some sort of plowing device, whether it be a four-wheeler or a tractor, in the middle of nowhere basically. They all have these huge ass houses with long ass driveways, but no means to plow them. $10 a drive and I feel like I'm ripping them off since I also ask for free rein to sled all over their property. Takes me maybe 10 minutes. Good lord folks. I'm not a goddamn idiot. I approach them with the price and the promise I won't get the cops called on me for trespassing so I can snowmobile all over the place. I also like helping my neighbors and community and they are in turn helpful and appreciative of me. I'm not being taken advantage of. A trespassing fine's like $250 and I negate that with 10 minutes of my time for which I get paid $10. I became an elected government official. Basically a member of a town council of a teeny tiny town. Didn't even have to run for office because there weren't enough people to fill the required council seats. I get about $5.6k per year for about 4 hours a week, every other week, all from about 6 o'clock p 8 o'clock p during a couple of weekdays, about 2 hours a week average. Requirements: have to live in the town, have to make it to meetings. As a side note, I could never get elected in a real election. My political and religious affiliations do not match the prevalent leanings and beliefs of the town at all. But when I'm the only one raising my hand to participate, no problem. I build custom computers for a $50 flat fee after the price of the parts. Frequently asked questions. How do I advertise? I don't really. How much cheaper is it? About 25%. If you have any direct questions for me, please ask them in a private message. I'm playing drums at a local club on Friday and Saturday nights. I have a few apps on the Google Play Store which gives me around €70 every 6 months or so. It is not much, but I don't have to do anything about it. I do some stand-up comedy. Real tough to earn money at it though, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone really. I'm a hooker. I crochet and sell things I make. I write top 10 lists for a site called listverse.com. They pay $100 a list and haven't rejected a single list I've sent so far. I used to write for the comedy site cracked.com. but Listverse pays better and all readers do on Cracked is itch about every little thing in an article. You know those keep calm and posters that Reddit hates? Yeah, I make, design and sell those. My last 2 vacations were funded by these. Etsy is fantastic. I bead jewelry and sell it for $10.50 plus a piece online. I make roughly $100 $300 in extra cash a month. Since this will, hopefully, get buried, I write furry themed smut on a site called Inkbunny. I charge $8 per 1,000 words and, for an example, just received a commission for a 2-part, 20,000 word story. I'll let you do that math yourself. I have a flock of chickens and I sell or barter eggs. Fresh, free range, organic, brown, or blue. Eggs are like $5 dozen at the farmer's market or Whole Foods. Even selling mine at $3 leaves $50 or so in my pocket after costs. I also do gardening. In the spring I sell a few started plants and in the summer, some fresh herbs. What I make from that varies quite a bit, but it's probably another $50 a month. I use cashback sites and sites online that pay you to do menial tasks. It's pretty poor money, but every little helps. Quick edit. Signed up to Turk, but I'm in the UK so I'm not hopeful. Thanks for the heads up though and fingers crossed they accept me. I used to build websites for people and was moderately successful for a while. My failure was a desire to please 100% of my clients 100% of the time and not tell shooty clients where to stick it. Eventually I started subcontracting the actual work and just focused on managing the subcontractors, and that was a net positive experience because I acquired some good business skills, but it really did take the joy out of something I used to love, which was building interactive websites applications. The landscape has changed these days, so I doubt I could do any line level technical work without some serious retraining, and by now I've got other passions. I've got a 70%-ish complete ebook on how to build your own website business. If there's any interest maybe I can post it somewhere.